Doing our back to school adventure right now. And you know, it can be stressful for the kids, but also the parents. This one is for all of the adults out there who are moving their grown kids into college or new apartments or houses or whatever this time of year.
Yeah, and Ellen, that can take a toll on you, especially physically.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
Like on your back. So right now we have Dr. Thomas Nguyen, who knows this all too well, not only because he's a pain specialist at Virginia Spine Institute, but he also has 3 girls, and he has moved more than 12 times. He's moved them all around.
12 times moving in. So if you count the move outs, then it's like 24 times altogether.
24 times, and I know that just took a toll on
It did. Initially it did. You know, you're not prepared for moving into college. You know, you're all excited about getting there the first day and meeting people, and you know, you've waited 18 years to get your child off. So, you know, once all the excitement wears off and then you have to move in, that's when, you know, you start having to lug those boxes and furniture up the, you know, first floor if you're lucky, but 4th floor if you're unlucky. And, you know, right now it's 99 degrees outside, so imagine doing that all day.
Were you prepared for how physically demanding college move-in was?
No, I wasn't. I didn't even think about it, you know, the first 4 moves maybe, but afterwards I was more prepared. But no, initially you're not prepared because you don't know what's going on and you don't know how strenuous it can be. So
yeah, absolutely.
What would you say to parents who are moving their children in or getting prepared to? How do you prepare for this?
Well, I mean, some of the things I've learned over the years is, you know, first of all, wear comfortable clothing, right? Nice, good shoes, comfortable shoes, no tight clothing so that you can move about. And then just go slow. I think I would err on the side of making more trips than trying to overpack everything and carry 2 or 3 boxes. That way, you're not only putting more strain on your back, but you can't see where you're going. If you're going upstairs, you could trip and sprain an ankle. So I would do those things. Take your time, rest, because I see a lot of, well, I saw a lot of dads that I didn't think were going to make it to the end of the move because they were, you know, it appeared that they, you know, weren't fit to do the full move. But yeah, I mean, I would do it that way and just take it easy, go slow, enjoy the moment, if you will.
And what kind of like injuries or pain points should parents watch out for as they're moving?
Well, most of the time it's back injuries because you're repetitively lifting boxes and putting down, you're moving furniture in the dorm rooms, and they tend to be pretty heavy. So back, and then usually the next most frequent is hands or ankles, you know, the stairs and tripping, or hands when you're trying to put boxes down or putting furniture together. Those are the most common injuries.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And what are some of like the biggest risks you're dealing with or you're facing while moving? Like, let's say you're moving a big dresser. What are you really risking?
Yeah, right. So if, you know, you don't have enough help, you're actually risking, you know, herniating a disc or sciatica or rupturing a disc, or, you know, if you're, you know, you can break bones if you know, if it's too heavy. So those are the major risks. You know, the sprains you can get over, but, you know, the disc herniations and the ruptures, they can last a lifetime if you don't know what you're doing.
And is this at any age?
Pretty much. Any age, but, you know, usually the younger parents tend to think that they can do more, and so they're the ones at more risk than the older parents who are a little bit wiser and saying, you know what, I'm going to take it easy.
Yeah, and I mean, on that note, what are some practical tips that people can just keep in mind as they're moving to keep themselves safe?
Well, I always say, you know, use medium to small boxes. Everyone thinks, oh, let me get the big box and throw everything in there and carry it up, but that tends to be heavier, right? And then that obstructs your view to try to, you know, go up the stairs. So that would be one. 2, if you're moving from, you know, town to town, maybe, and you need a U-Haul, then, you know, make sure that they have a dolly on board to help you with carrying some of the furniture. Clothing, actually my daughters taught me this. You know, you leave them on the hanger and you put a big trash bag around them, and so they're easy to carry, and then you just pop them on and take the bag off, and you don't have to rehang them. So, you know, those are simple things. Obviously take rest, make sure on a hot day like this, make sure you hydrate and you know, keep yourself with lots of fluids.
And Dr. Nguyen, real quick, are there any quick stretches that you could do to like get your back ready?
You know, you can just kind of warm up. So, you know, what I would do is when you get there, maybe start with the lighter stuff so that you can get your body going and all the joints warmed up before, you know, you carry the heavy stuff. A lot of people come there and their body's cold, their muscles are cold, their joints are cold, and they go and lift, you know, really heavy objects, and that's when, you know, you hurt yourself more. Obviously, you know, make sure that you're using your legs more than your back, so kind of squat down to pick things up instead of kind of bending over and using your back as a fulcrum, because that's when you hurt your back.
Absolutely. Dr. Nguyen, thank you so much. This was super helpful. We just learned a lot of like good tips. I think that you can apply not just in college moving, but life in general, whether that's apartment, house, etc. So
I don't think I'm over with moving yet. So.
Well, you know, I mean, I think you're well prepared. So again, we appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, absolutely.